Hello and welcome everybody. Today we are going to find out what is the zodiac and what can you learn from it. Before starting, I will tell you that if you are interested in a subject in particular, you can find it in the description. So, let's start. Astrological predictions have existed for thousands of years. But how true are they? Is at least one seed of truth in astrology? Can the stars really communicate your future? Here is the truth about the zodiac. It is said that the moment we came into the world matters a lot for the nature and inclination with which we were inward from the birth. We are governed 3-4 by one of the 12 signs, with all the good things but also the bad one that it implies. Another series of features that are related to the primordial sign that dominates that sign correspond to the one of the 4 elements of the planet: water, air, earth, and fire. Although it has existed for several thousands of years, astrology has never been completely removed from people's concerns, nor it has been confirmed as a pseudoscience, even though many people tend to believe that it is. Why? Well, there is a reason for it. Those who really know astrology, in the past but also in the present, have been able to understand more things about the life and the future. In any case, the movements of planets cannot be denied, and they can even have effects on us. Another reason why astrology cannot be completely denied is that people notice that there is an evidence to believe in astrological prediction. This is because it has happened many times for them to come true. Astrology is often full of accuracy. The zodiac and astrology are not completely untrue. You can be guided by what you can learn from astrology, and you can rely on the characteristics of the zodiac sign. However, you must be careful that horoscope does not become an obsession that controls your life. Let's find out more about the characteristics of the zodiac signs. The male signs are Aries, Gemini, Leo, Libra, Sagittarius, and Aquarius. They are characterized by action and dynamism. They are communicative, extrovert, and react vigorously in contact with external events. They aim at the progress and social achievement. As defects, they are blamed for the haste, recklessness, violence, and overestimation. The female signs are Taurus, Cancer, Virgo, Scorpio, Capricorn, and Pisces. They are less dynamic and active signs. Receptive and internalized tend to submit to events rather than face them. They defend themselves well through diplomacy and timing. Their defects are fear, passivity, excessive sensibility to the environment. Now that we saw the characteristics of female and male aspects, let's see the characteristics of the cardinal and fixed signs and what they mean. So, let's start with the cardinal signs, which are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. It begins at the equinoxes and solstices and marks the beginning of the season as follows. Aries begins on March 21 at the spring equinox and marks the beginning of the spring. Cancer begins on June 22 at the summer solstice and marks the beginning of the summer. Libra begins on 23 September at the autumn equinox and marks the beginning of the autumn. Capricorn begins on 22 December at the winter solstice and marks the beginning of the winter. The cardinal signs have the common spirit of initiative, will, and dynamism. They are ambitious, passionate, independent signs with a strong motor impulse, with vivid reaction and leadership qualities. They always aim for ascension and progress, and they need competition, challenge. The energy of the cardinal signs is considerable, but of most an impulsive nature. The fixed signs are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. There are signs places in the middle of the season, the one that fix their characteristics. Taurus marks the middle of the spring. The lion marks the middle of the summer. Scorpio marks the middle of the autumn, and Aquarius marks the middle of the winter. Fixed signs have in common physical endurance, mental energy, intense emotion, strength of concentration, firmness, and stability. They are tenacious signs with keen sense of duration and continuity. They have a lot of energy which they use in constant dance and complete any action started. Let's come back to the beginning and see the traits of the zodiac sign in each element of the nature: water, fire, air, and earth. The zodiac sign ruled by the water are those represented by animals that live in liquid environment. These are, of course, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Here too, things are not so simple. This is because, in turn, the three signs are in a hierarchy. Scorpio is a fixed sign, Cancer is a cardinal sign, and Pisces is a variable or mutable sign. All three have a very strong emotional energy, and this sometimes seems to dominate them completely. Natives born under the signs are able to have very personal opinions about anything and, at the same time, to mimically adapt their attitude to the context. In the same vein, the water sign always have the tendency to change the general attitude of those around them in opposite direction. Also, those born in the Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces are born with phenomenal intuition. This helps them make the best decision in fraction of seconds. Sometimes they can't even explain the logic behind which they get here. Last but not least, the fact that they were born under these signs makes them very good people, altruistic and ready to lend a help to those around them. The signs ruled by fire are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. They are ruled by Mars, the god of war, and often represent him with great aplomb. The natives of this sign can be recognized remotely. They are impulsive, sometimes ready to attack, always looking for a challenge, choosing the action above all. Especially Aries often prove immature in their decision to follow their beginnings at any cost. Unlike them, those born in Leo have a special sense of responsibility and justice. Their fire energy is channeled rather than established justice. And Sagittarius are calculated most of the time, ready to defend the weak, whether they are humans or animals. However, the fire sign sometimes strikes. The natives of these signs act uncalculated, impatient, unpredictable in order to reach a momentary goal. All in all, the fire signs give those they protect a special flair, an ability to know from the first moment what to do, solving the problem before the others wake up. The air element is represented by Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Special for their ability to adapt is completely unusual. This air sign makes them rather introverted people, preoccupied with knowledge and logic and very skilled in analysis and synthesis. However, the natives in these signs are good communicators because they ignore unnecessary artifacts and use their logic to convey exactly what is needed. Although they are calm, they may be able to make stormy exits in situations where they feel wronged. Geminis are always open to new challenges and tasks and have the quality that in today's term is called multitasking skills. Aquarius is attracted to strange things, to unexplained phenomena, and is very attached to his own beliefs. "You have fixed ideas" are the most often reproach that those born in the air sign hear. An option that I obviously contradict. At the same time, Libra has the ability to be extraordinarily sociable. You can recognize them because they are people who live for the success they have in society. The Earth dominates the signs of Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, giving them stability and strongly anchor in the reality of the world in which they live. These signs gives his natives a great respect for family and the country in which they were born. At the same time, the three earth signs are characterized by an extraordinary sense of responsibility. Those who do not leave their home and country, they fight for a life of material goods and for more well-being for themselves and those close to them. They are inclined to study and appreciate the natural science, mathematics, physics, geography, everything related to tangible reality. I do not give too much importance in this context about the abstract fields. It is the reason why they show stubbornness and lack of understanding for the signs that they do not like. Now that we have an idea about some characteristics and traits of the zodiacal signs, we can see more things about ourselves and others around us. What can we do the best is to acknowledge the good traits, but also the bad ones, and make our life better in a manner of living. We all exist, but few of us really live. So, let's start to direct our life in an evolution path. And with all of this being said, I want to thank you for watching, and if you want to help supporting this work, leave a like and press subscribe button. Have a very nice and happy day.